Welcome back to Mikey Reviews. And when I was a kid, parents would tell us to get off the internet to use the phone. Folks, I love Nickelodeon. And I love game shows. Who doesn't? Anyway, today I'm going to be reviewing classic Nickelodeon game shows. I have many favorites to talk about. So let's get ready. Let's get set. Here is my review on classic Nickelodeon game shows. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the earliest Nick game show that I can think of, and that game show is Double Dare. One of the earliest Nickelodeon game shows that ever aired on TV. The show is called Double Dare. It is hosted by Mark Summers and announced by Harvey. Multiple versions of this show makes the show even more fun. The only Double Dare show I watched as a kid was Double Dare 2000. I was 7 at the time. As years go by, I started watching the original Double Dares to show how similar the other one is. The rules are simple and sometimes complex. Either which team wins the beginning qualifier round will get the money, and they will answer these questions. If they don't know the answer they're given, they can dare them for twice the amount. But if the other team double dares them back for 4 times the amount, they have to answer the question, or they can take a physical challenge. The challenges are 30 to 20 seconds long. If they succeed, they will get the money. However, if they do the challenge unsuccessfully, the other team takes the money. Round 2 is nearly the same rules, but the money has been increased. In Double Dare 2000, in round 2, if they do the physical challenge, they will either take the Triple Dare challenge to make things difficult. The prize won, if the team does it successfully, the final round of the Double Dares is an obstacle course to make a messy routine, get slime, and doing all this crazy stuff. In all 8 obstacles, there is a flag at the end. If they grab the flags, they will win prizes. If they reach the 8th obstacle and grab the last flag, they will win a vacation. The versions they had were Double Dare, Super Sloppy Double Dare, Family Double Dare, and Double Dare 2000. Bottom line, all 3 versions of Double Dare are awesome. They are must-see shows on Nickelodeon. Up next is Finders Keepers. Finders Keepers is one of my favorite top 10 game shows of all time. When it comes to the 2 hosts of the show, Larry Toffler was better because he concentrated on getting the game moving. Wesley was alright the first season, but when he was not wearing the suits. But when he started wearing the suit, he started to lose focus of the game and started telling stupid jokes. Larry said was much better than Wesley because Larry's houses were well built when Wesley's house was thrift. I thought the hidden pictures on Wesley's version were lame drawings, and just circling the hidden object is boring, but the hidden pictures in Larry's version were well drawn, and the color forms were more challenging. The prizes could have been better in the bonus round in Earth's version and early in Toffler's version. Don't put the trip as an instant prize, because if the team who got the instant prize lost the game, the winning will have to play the bonus round with the small useless prizes. Bottom line, Larry Toffler's syndication version was better of the 2. Another Nickelodeon show I used to watch as a kid was Nick Arcade, an arcade game show that features a video game challenge. But first, you have to answer the questions. It was hosted by Phil Moore from You're On, although I haven't seen it in a while. The show begins with a qualifier round, features 1 game to face each other at the end of 30 seconds. The player with the most points will control Mikey. A video adventurer explores the board around 4 P's: points, prizes, pop quizzes, and puzzles. If a team answers the question right, Mikey will move 1 space. However, it isn't easy to get around with an enemy. Once you land on the space, you lose control of Mikey, and the other team controls it. If it lands on video challenge, 1 player has to play a game, and the other player has to write down the wagers depending how they did. If they win, the show will be increased, or if they lose, the show will be decreased. They can play some games like Robo Army, ActRaiser, Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Goals and Goals, etc. Fast Forward means the players have to think carefully on the sped up videos and answer the questions. Pop quiz means a basic question on the multiple choice. Credit card means the players looking at the credits depending on nationality. At the end of 2 rounds, the team with the most points will move on to the final round of the game, the video zone, which has 3 levels on collecting stuff and avoid enemies. On the last stage, they will face a monster for all the marbles. If they win, they will take a vacation to Kennedy Space Center or on a cruise. Bottom line, it is a really fun game show. The last show I'm going to talk about today is Guts. Guts was without a doubt one of the most popular game shows on Nickelodeon during the first generation era. I loved that show. In fact, in my opinion, this show beats out Double Dare and Legends of the Hidden Temple. The host, Mike O'Malley, was energetic and laid back in the first season, but he calmed down in the remaining seasons, but he's still energetic. Referee Maura Quirk was energetic and funny, and had personality in the first 3 seasons. She would joke a lot during that time. The chemistry between Mike and Maura would be so inseparable that in the 3rd season there will be a halftime show where they will recap the highlights from the first half. The games were fun to watch. I loved Moonrace, although it aired 3 episodes in the first season, and Slam Dunk. However, things went downhill with Global Guts. It was okay, and there's nothing wrong with the global competition, but the show lost a whole lot of spark. Mike O'Malley took his commentary way too seriously as he was on ESPN. He acts like he wanted the kids to win. As a matter of fact, he acts like a high school football or basketball coach. Maura would joke less often and her personality went out the window. The show was tweaked too much. I guess that Nickelodeon wanted to get serious with the show's direction. I clearly think that if Guts didn't have global competition, then the show could have stayed on for 1 more year. Well, this concludes my review on classic Nickelodeon game shows. But wait, before I sign out, I would like to talk about the game shows that Nickelodeon revived. In 2008, Nickelodeon revived Guts into My Family's Got Guts. It was basically the same premise, but Mike and Maura didn't return. The revival was great, but not as good as the original, and sadly it was cancelled after only 2 seasons. 4 years later, in 2012, Nickelodeon revived Figure It Out, but Summer Sanders didn't return as host. Instead, it was hosted by Pig Boy himself, Jess Supton, and the celebrity panel were the current Nickelodeon stars. Which Nick's game shows would you like to see revived? Comment below and we'll chat away. Also, you can tune in to Classic Nick game shows starting this week on the 90s or all that. Anyway, I'm Mikey and I'm signing out. I'm gonna try to get a hold of the other Mikey.